Your attempt to try and save Trinculo was ultimately a failure. F's in chat.
Oh, sorry, I gave a small F.
He disappeared only to die.
This also means he died in the future.
That's that.
Well, Barney, seeing as you don't seem to have the same kind of magical ability as your grandmother and this lady over here, perhaps you should grab him by the shoulders. Let her raise the dead!
Go, he's scaring me!
He walks up. Glenda walks up next to Haley. That is Rosemary. Didn't make it, did he?
I couldn't save him, I tried.
Sarah!
She puts a hand on your shoulder, and her stern words suddenly turn somewhat soft. I'm sorry. It happens to the best of us, now and again.
But I want to heal people. I don't want people to die.
That's what I wanted, but I have a demon body.
And they're also now Mickey Mouse, apparently.
You will.
Boy.
It's gonna take some practice. But I reckon we can't save lives. You'll get there. She regains her harsh tone and returns to the rest of the party. Alright, let's see what we found.
Jesus Christ, woman! A man has just died!
I'm very sorry for him. But I've no time to stand idly by, you see.
Okay, has anybody got some rope? I have a way of doing this. I'm going to strap him to my shield.
Oh, I just so happen to have...
Don't
have rope.
you fucking dare.
No. We do have rope. She
Wait.
used it last.
I have a stretcher that I have in my backpack from last.
Oh, yeah, you do, don't you?
I have a stretcher.
You failed that roll.
You don't have a stretcher, you do have rope.
Ah.
Alright.
Can't
Give
I
him-
use my well prepared to like had some
Give him a
medicine
proper burial,
or something?
then we'll see
Why,
about...
why are we burying him? We might know somebody back in town who could res him.
You know, well prepared. If I had like a revive or something like you can carry around in Pokemon, could I have had like that on me?
Just as an FYI, in my world, people don't raise from the dead.
Oh, okay.
Like, ever. I think it cheapens the concept.
So you like KO hard mode.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, if hey Haley, see if you can do that. See if you just got some fucking chest paddles with you. Clear!
No one,
This
no one
bit
has ever risen from the dead in
revive
this
from the
universe without becoming undead in the process.
It's
Yeah,
permadeath.
Barney, see if you can do that.
I'm barren.
See if you can raise him.
I'm a
Rat's gonna be a
demon.
lifeless corpse that might try to kill us in our sleep, but...
Will he be zombie?
Yes, that is literally what Silver just said.
So,
I reckon he's gonna find peace now.
Ugh.
You should give him whatever send-off you think he needs to have. And we should return to the
okay.
matter at hand.
So, have we got any rivers nearby in a ship?
Not a ship, but a river, yeah.
Have we got enough wood to make a boat?
does he have like a necklace or something, or like a little trinket or item on him?
Alright, bring him to the river.
Because we could
Okay, so
save
we
it
gotta
and give
do
it
we
to
gotta do a
Crud.
Viking burial with this guy.
We can save something and give it to Crud. There was
You walk together to the nearby river that crosses through the entire forest and even past Bellanox, further downstream. Glenda hesitates a moment, then tosses her walking stick at the ground. The walking stick starts to warp and expand until it forms out to be a little boat just big enough for a gnome to lay in. Alright.
Cool.
I know you're mourning. But we've got a lot to do. Seal up the hole, figure out what this star is all about. So do what you have to. And see me back at the crater.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves you.
Okay. So we have a boat. Should we make a small fire so you can get some fire arrows going? I forget your name.
Passion.
That one. You. Person.
Has he got like a necklace or something or anything that we can keep, like to give to Crud, like as a memento of his little brother or his brother? Because it's sad, isn't it? But it's something that will be personal that he can keep. That is his brother's.
Suppose we could always cut off a finger.
You're not gonna do that.
No, I'm not saying we do that. I'm just saying if he doesn't have that, then there's that.
It's a little morbid.
I know, but
I am sorry, but your brother has died. Here is his finger.
We just thought he'd like to point that out to you. That's terrible.
the fact that you came up with that joke. The fact that you came up with that joke.
I don't know. It's so sad. Because he's got all his backpack and everything that he was travelling with, hasn't he? He's got all the stuff to go and get this star. And all his stuff's here.
Oh, shit.
You know I'm a druid.
You can't raise the dead no matter how hard you try.
No, wait. Baron,
Yeah?
can you do me a favour?
Thank you.
What's
Can you
that?
grow some flowers or put some flowers around him?
They won't stay.
Oh, I know, but we can keep them in there just until we burn him. How sad that is.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Not you. Whatever.
Drinkler, we're sorry that we couldn't save you. I tried my best. I'm sorry that you didn't get to learn magic. And I'm sorry we didn't get to you in time when you needed us the most.
Well, this got sad very quick.
I'm sorry. I hope you find peace now, Drinkler. We miss you.
All my fake flowers are burning.
Oh yeah, we didn't. Did we deal with that fire?
Have you done the? You haven't done the fire yet, have you? You
Glenda-
haven't?
Started it, but then.
Glenda put out the fire with a rainstorm.
Ah.
Um,
I keep adding to the mood. It's now raining. I get it.
John isn't here, but I reckon that Claude probably gives him a last farewell as well.
yeah. Claude comes up and tries to nudge him, and then tries to lick his wounds, but cannot help him.
A few somber moments pass, and Trinculo is led out onto the water. He floats gently down the stream. Bastian lets loose a fiery arrow, and it hits its mark. Soon, the slight smokestack from the boat can be seen on the horizon behind the trees and mushrooms of the mushroom forest, and it disappears into the distance. After taking a moment, if you want to call a scene now, or if you want to return to Glenda, that's up to you guys.
A small scene for me.
Okay, go.
I go to Uglug and go, well, after seeing what I can do and talking with Glenda, seems I'm not dragonborn. I'm more demon.
He thinks on that for a moment. What? What's a demon?
They said it was something evil?
Scratches himself for a second. Ben Glenna is stupid.
Huh?
Barney's not evil.
Oh,
So Barney's not a demon. Look still thinks he's a dragon. But if he's not a dragon, then he's not a demon either. That's what Look thinks.
okay. Now I'm confused.
So, returning to Glenda. Alright, there you are. Come on now. Alright. So, I looked at the falling star, and it is very powerful magically. But, don't think we can move it. I think I'm going to call some of my circle to come live here, to guard it. Make sure no other monsters move in.
Is it actually stuck in the ground?
Aye. Look at it. It's the size of a carriage,
Wow.
and it's made from obsidian. Even I can't move it.
Can I go up?
Maybe if you buff me up, I'll be able to pick it up.
She looks at you skeptically. You're not that tough boy.
Can I go over to touch the obsidian, like to look at it in close detail?
Sure, you can slide down into the crater. It is it is twice your height and wider than it is tall. The black shines from the sun that comes from above.
My eyes widen and like my eyes start to glisten. It's like, how much money do you think this will sell for?
Grandma,
can
it's
move
not
it.
fish material.
Well, if you can move it, you might be able to sell it off to some grand wizard for a few 100,000 gold.
But
But I ain't giving it to no stinking wizard.
I wasn't thinking that you should give this something so full of power to someone random.
Right. That's why I'm gonna move in with your circle. We'll keep an eye on it. It's what we do.
I'm just there for a good 5 minutes hugging the obsidian, looking at how shiny it is.
It's oddly warm to the touch. Almost like it never cooled down after landing.
Ow.
It's not burning hot, but it is very warm. It's like putting your hand on a radiator.
Ah.
I gotta start using my telepathy more often, so it actually comes into use.
Then I'm just like slowly trying to climb back out of the crater, having issues.
Alright. So, here's the deal. I still need to get a look at that main shaft that was opened up. See what the damage is. Then, I need to go to Belanox, pay this, Noah a visit.
Oh.
We can go back to the cave, right?
Right? You'll lead me there?
Yeah. We'll do that, won't we?
Yeah, we will. But first, we need some rest, I think.
Yeah. For me.
Right. It's a good idea.
We can rest around the obsidian because that'll keep us warm, right?
It's not a bad idea.
Claude's already gone down there and curled up next to it and fallen asleep.
And so, she Glenda sits down and looks about ready to just take a nap. Before she falls asleep, though, she makes a loud whistle. and somewhere above the crater peaks an owl's head. Right, take journey. To keep an eye out on the area, see no one sneaks up on us. We're gonna take 8 hours, I think. The Tick Journey just sort of retracts its head, and you can hear it settle up there. Right. Try to gather your strength again.
Good night, Charney.
You get a trill back.
Before I go to sleep, I will cast a Cure Life Wounds on Spot.
Right.
Beautiful.
Roll.
I see. I have it in the effect. It says heal 4.
Yep.
Should I roll?
I said the low roll.
No, low roll. Oh, I thought you say roll.
Yeah. Okay. So, anybody want to do or say anything else before you go to sleep?
Nope.
I'm gonna have like, I'm just, I don't know. I'm gonna have like a weird little scene on my own, where I'm just looking at the stars and crying a minute before I join everybody else and go to sleep.
Mhm.
And then just go back to sleep with the cat, with Claude.
I'll just keep an eye on Crud and see how he's doing.
I don't want to say anything on John's behalf.
No. I'm just gonna keep an eye out on him. So
Right. Okay.
Do our wounds heal overnight?
Usually they wouldn't, at least not all of them.
Okay.
But you find this presence of the meteorite strangely comforting. And throughout the night you do wake up feeling remarkably well rested. Yes, all your wounds heal overnight. Your spell slots reset.
What, even the pets as well?
Yeah.
Oh.
Everyone's back on top. Well, except Trinculo.
Too soon.
We're drinking.
Glenda's up really early as well. Something like 5 a.m. And she can be found sitting square on top of the meteorite. Both palms firmly planted on it in some sort of meditation. About an hour later, the rest of you start to wake. And at that point, Glenda stops meditating. Alright, all.
How did you get up there?
I jumped.
Oh. See, my little legs can't make me jump that high.
So,
I do like this rock, this star, this amazing piece of probably most
It's interesting.
expensive magic.
I'm still trying to figure out exactly what the deal is.
Do you think there's something inside it? I start like knocking on the side of it, like.
Yeah,
trying to
it
see
just
if
feels
there's
like solid rock.
Ah.
I don't see why they would. But, something's odd about it. Space rocks always has some sort of latent magic, but, hey, this one seems powerful. And I don't know why. Get the art student to look at it. He should know.
Okay. Who's gonna look at it?
Yep.
Okay.
In the meantime, we should do what I came to do in the first place. Find out what the damage is at the mine.
Yeah, we should really get our stuff together and get going.
Right? you alright? Are you alright to continue?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
She looks at Rosemary. You'll save the next one. I promise you.
Thank you.
With that, she does a hop, step, and a jump out of the crater and starts marching vaguely towards Belanox. She obviously doesn't know exactly where she needs to go.
Follow us. We know the way to the cave. It's this way.
Right, alright, lead the way. The sound of the deep mushroom forest fades as the outer mushroom forest reveals itself. The tall oaken trees replace the high mushrooms, and the ground becomes uneven, not with roots, but with rocks, as you get closer and closer to the mountains, from where the mines spring. It takes most of the following day, but somewhere near evening time, you find your way back to the mine, where you were first met Upluk's brothers. There's still a bit of wrapping paper, chocolate, most of it now covered with dirt from rain and other tear. Stop.
Urglug remembers this place, don't ya?
Yes. It is in there.
Yeah. That's where we had issues with your brothers, didn't we?
But then you killed them all.
Yeah.
He says with a smile.
You're happy about that, aren't you? Urglug.
Perhaps
Well-
too happy about it.
They weren't very nice brothers, were they?
Oh,
Did not
shakes
like
his head.
Urglug. No.
Alright. Cobalt problem. She repeats to herself. She steps inside. It's really quite interesting. This mine is not dry. You can see the glimmering, the shimmering. Still a lot of people would pay a lot of money to mine here. The old Belanox people, they knew when to stop. Good on them.
Oh,
No.
we didn't.
Well, apparently the deals and the reasons are lost to time. I'll have to remedy that at some point. Yeah. It's a big entrance. Lots of big things could have escaped. Ugluk. Kobold thing. Ugluk looks up at her and nods. Could you show me where you dug? And which wall you broke? Ugluk sort of scurries further into the room where you fought his brothers. It takes a good half hour while he just points out a bunch of walls that have been broken down. Every time he does, she gives a deep, agitated sigh. Alright. Hey, this is worse than I thought.
Yeah,
Right.
worse or
It's hard to say. You see, if it was just one of the walls that's been removed, I could probably tell you what's escaped. But like this, it could be anything. I don't think any of these holes are big enough for giants. Not even kid giants. So I think we're safe from that. Still, things are going to escape, and they're going to try to... Well, the things living here are underground creatures who like to dig and to build out, so like the other crabs, they're going to seek out holes or dig them themselves. Meaning that more holes down into the underground could spring up. I think I will need to go and try to do a search and exterminate of whatever dug its way up. Could be many different things, really. So that's gonna be a while.
Well, if we work together, we could do it quicker, right?
Right. If you're up for it. This is usually the duties of the circle, of the Weeping Willow.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of our fault that they escaped, so...
Aye. Alright. If you're willing to take responsibility, I won't deny the help. How about this? You return to your lives at Belanox. And I'm going to contact you whenever I find out something that needs doing. Hopefully we'll find and destroy whatever took its way up in a timely fashion before new holes can open up. Hunter, Bastion,
Yeah.
you could help
I'll
the
go
search
back.
as well.
I'm going to the toilet.
Is there any way I can contact you if I find something while I'm out in the forest?
She also snaps her fingers as though she remembered something. Aye, there is a way. She digs through her pouch and hands each of you a little rock. They are fit about in the palm of your hand, and they are sculpted to look like faces screaming.
Ugh. Nice.
They're not as nasty as they look, they are sending stones. You know that mind trick Baron can do now? Where he speaks telepathically?
Yeah.
They work the same, but only to me.
Okay.
Use them to call me if you need me.
Okay.
When talking to each other or strangers, you will still need to rely on Baron's magic.
But we can talk to you telepathically.
Just talk into the mouth of the stone and I'll hear it out of mine. Pulls out one of her own. If I had some better ones, I'd give them to you. That way you can talk to each other through them too, but these are one way. You can talk to me, and as long as I'm not in the middle of a battle, I'll come walking as soon as I can.
Thank you.
Alright. That is one more thing I'd like to get done before I contact the rest of the druids and get set up. Noah. That's what you call him. The halfling thief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need those plants back. I mean, I don't need them. I have plenty. But I don't think he should have them.
Me and Baron know him.
Alright? So you can go tell him to give them back.
Yeah, we'll have a word. We'll have a word with him.
Good. I'll stay here. Try to cover up all the walls, she says. Her hands sparkle with earthen magic. You go find my plants.
Yeah.
Well, we better find the little one. Find Noah.
Oh yeah, I should probably just mention I'll retract my claws, just because.
Yeah.
Or maybe just leave them out to see what people think of me from the front point. Embrace who I am.
That's up to you.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a big blanket over my shoulders, and I'm bouncing around on stones at the side of the river with Claude, doing like
guess-
balancing tricks together. Come on, let's go.
You're the one that's still playing in the water.
We need to get the plants back.
And you're the one playing in the water.
Claude just looks at you with like this look like, come on, hurry up already.
Alright.
You should just like really evil cat stare. Like,
So, together you walk towards the farm just outside of town. As you pass through the gate, you find that there is a latecomer, someone who's just walking in here at the brink of night. She is slightly flustered. It's the barmaid who runs the Old Oak Tavern. She's got with her a big package. She gives you a curt nod in her haste, and then rushes inside without addressing you further.
that's weird.
Did you see that package she was carrying?
I don't know what was in it.
Should we talk to her or no?
I think we should talk to her.
Okay.
That seemed a little bit suspicious. She didn't say hello or anything. She just went into the building and just seemed a little suspicious to me.
It did.
Ukluk looks after her, a little bit sadly.
What?
Ukluk knows.
What do you know?
The package.
You know what's in it?
Yes,
What is
Care
it?
to tell us?
it's the plants. She buys from Noah.
Oh.
I saw
Oh.
when I lived in cellar.
Oh, so
She keeps them in the tavern.
so Noah goes in forest, gets plants, goes home, has his greenhouse, makes and grows plants, matures them, and then sells them to the bar to make drinks.
Ukluk shakes his head.
No? Okay.
No, not to guests. Ukluk wanted some but couldn't have.
Are they
She
using
gives it
for
only
themselves?
she gives only to other dwarf.
Who
So I
took
mean
it
the
before?
owner.
Yeah.
Old dwarf who makes the drinks. He gets them.
Yeah, the guy that was sleeping in the basement when. No,
Oh.
no,
Who
I wasn't
cuts?
there that time. Sorry, I wasn't there. I don't
Yes.
I remember that guy in the basement.
You seem tired a lot.
Yeah. That's odd.
Do you think those plants are making him tired?
know that. I would like to roll a medicine check to see if I know any plants that might do that.
Heal. Yes, please.
Heal check, yes.
Yes. The halfling leaf is known to do so. They also relieve pain. Helps people sleep.
Is he in pain then?
So you're saying that the plants give. You said that he sounded tired, didn't you, Rosemary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's tired.
There might be halfling leaves. It's
Why
funny
am I-
you don't know them actually.
You have a screaming stone that you can talk to Glenda whenever.
Okay.
Are you just going to scream into the stone?
Yes.
You shout into the bit where it's screaming and then she'll hear it.
Alright.
I think we need to talk to the barmaid
Yeah.
because she has plants in her bag.
Right.
We'll talk to the barmaid.
We'll go chase after her. Well, at this point in time, the tavern would usually be closed up. But you find that there is still light inside.
There won't be for long. Let me snuff them all out. I won't.
You can see them inside. They're talking in hushed voices. Or at least she is.
I'll go to them and say, how are you good folk today?
As soon as you open the door and start greeting them, she almost sort of panics and stands up, looks back at you.
It's okay.
The shop's closed. The tavern's closed. Please come back again tomorrow.
Just want to talk. Just one
It's-
second, please. We don't mean you no harm. Just want to talk to you about something. What are you carrying in your bag?
The contents of the bag have been spread out before her on the table. It's spices. I bought them outside of town.
You didn't buy them from Noah, did you?
Why do you ask?
There's nothing wrong with you buying it from Noah, but we have to tell you that he have stolen those halfling leaves from the druids.
She slumps back onto her seat. While all of this is happening, her father looks like he's struggling to stay awake. I know. I'm sorry.
Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. You haven't done anything wrong. I know you just. I would like to make a heal check to see if I can look at the dad if he's looks like he's in, well, more or less a pain. A little bit of
He
pain.
doesn't look very well, does he?
That's why I'm going to. No, I can't see anything at all.
No, you do conclude that he is indeed unwell.
Shall I
And
do a
he is
heal?
high.
That too.
I'll do a heal thing as well. See?
Sure.
Yeah.
You recognize it a little bit more. You're a halfling and you've seen people grow old. You know that this guy is probably suffering from some sort of illness that comes with age. And from the way he was acting last time you met him, he's probably got some dementia coming on. Aching bones and joints. He used to be very lively. All of you remember him singing and dancing in his tavern and serving drinks with his daughter. It helps him.
We know you are buying them because your dad clearly isn't well.
Yeah.
So, what now?
I'm not saying that you shouldn't still buy the leaves. I'm not saying you shouldn't give him the medicine. But you might buy from somebody who hasn't stolen them.
Like who?
I'll see if we can come up with an arrangement with the druids.
I tried to talk to the druids. They're all so obsessed with with hiding everything away from us.
I
I
could
think
talk.
we're going to abuse what we get, but we just want to live.
I'm a
Let-
druid. I can talk to them for you.
You're
I
a
can
new
really
druid,
see-
aren't you?
Huh?
You're new to being a druid.
Yeah, but I can
She's
talk
still-
to them.
She's still a druid though.
Yeah.
I tried to be nice. And I tried to play by their rules too. But he just got worse. Until he couldn't remember my name anymore. I know Mike is dead. But I want to at least give him a peaceful end. But the druids won't have it. They called it natural.
We'll try and see if we can talk to them about it. We know one particularly.
Yeah, she's training me. A bit.
Do what you will.
She might see reason.
Yeah.
Do what you will. Just get out.
Bit rude.
I'm leaving.
Yep.
I'm gonna go outside and talk into the stone.
They're actually assholes. They're really rude.
You caught them at a sensitive moment, let's be fair.
Glenda! Glenda, can you hear me? Pardon me, Glenda!
I've just seen something on... Just think this is hilarious.
Can we... Do we see it? Do I see her talk to a stone?
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
talking to the stone.
I'll say to Rosemary at... you know what she said about being one communication way, right?
Yeah.
That means she can't talk back to us.
Oh. Look, I can't help it. I'm a grandma, okay? Forget shit. Sorry.
You don't
I
understand
know,
all
I
this
know.
newfangled magic.
And I know, and I'll pat her on the head.
I look very fed up and annoyed. Glenda, in the tavern, the dwarves are using the herbs to help because the old man at the tavern, he's really not well, and he's old, and she don't want him to suffer. His daughter doesn't want him to suffer. But we're still going to try and get your plants back from Noah. Don't worry. I'm going to go there now. But he does need some help.
Please make a diplomacy check.
Okay.
You get no response from the sending stone. You just have to hope that she takes your advice. Then, there is the issue of Noah. Do you want to go talk to him that same evening, or do you want to wait till the day after? At this point, it's about 10:30.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I already broke into his house, so might as well
It's
go.
cool.
Fuck it at this point.
Okay.
Oh dear.
When you arrive at his farm, you can see a little bit of light inside, and a little bit of smoke from the chimney. He's obviously still awake.
Can I be stealthy and look through the window?
You can. Go ahead and roll stealth.
He's gonna be stealthy. Not very stealthy.
No.
Nope, he catches you at the window. You do get to see what he was doing, though. He was organizing a bunch of seeds and leaves into... it's been spread out across his dining table. He's being very meticulous. When he sees you staring, he sort of stands up straight. Oh! Rosemary!
Hello.
You're up late.
Yeah.
Did you find Trinculo?
He's not with us anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know him well, but... Man. That
Yeah.
must be, let me just open the door. He goes over to the door, unlocks it, opens up for you, where he finally sees that there's quite a company.
Hi.
Oh, hello,
Hiya.
Hi.
Gerald.
We were worried about you because we hadn't seen you in a while. Apart
Oh,
from
no,
that time in the forest.
I came back the same day you left, actually.
Hmm.
Yeah, you were in quite a hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hadn't fed the animals in a while. Figured I'd, fuck, who am I kidding? So, Gerald, he says with a little bit of scorn in his voice,
Yes.
I suppose you'll be taking this to Bucket, eh?
Perhaps.
Well, I can't stop you. Just know that you'll be doing this town a disfavor.
What is it you took again? What is it you took again?
Plants from the druids.
Yep. All sorts of herbs and medicinal drugs. They can
I'll
help
ask
people
you, do you-
relax, relieve pain, all sorts.
Have you got the potential to grow them?
Yes. I know how.
Give me half. I'll let you keep half and grow them. And I'll arrange with you and the druids. So you can, whatever you grow, half of it goes to the druids.
You look surprised. Do you really think you could arrange that?
Do what I can.
We can try.
Fair enough. If you think you can do that, then, yeah, come inside. Go ahead and take. He grabbed quite a selection. You see something like 11 or 12 different sorts. And now they're sorted into both leaves and seeds, so he can plant new ones.
So shall we take half the seeds?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm thinking
And what
it's-
about Bucket then? You know, he won't stand for it.
Gerald?
I'll talk to Buck. If you offer to help with, I'm assuming you're growing these to help sell, well not, perhaps not sell, but give them out to the townsfolk as and when they need them.
I do take a little bit of a fee, but it's cheap. Just enough that I can keep this place running.
Okay, if you're willing to also then give a bit of money in for tax purposes on what you sell.
I don't think you understand, boy.
What?
If I could do this legally, I would. But, the Lord of Tuscar doesn't see too kindly on these things.
I know he doesn't.
Well, Bucket is nothing but a stickler.
I know he is.
That's why you avoid buckets so much then.
I'm
Well.
afraid he'll smell it on me. He used to be
Bucket-
quite good at that in his heyday, even if he doesn't look it anymore.
But Bucket still likes the town.
He likes the town, so if I explain to him what's going on and why you have, and I explain the deal that you have with the druids, the deal you're going to have with the town, I don't think Bucket will mind.
And what about if he does though?
If he
Won't
does,
do it,
I'll deal
Gerald.
with it.
I won't tell anyone. I'm begging you. I know you think you can work it out with him, but I don't think you can.
Noah,
Okay.
can I ask you a question? What's in that big shed that you've got locked up?
That's where I
Right.
grow them. You see, I bought a big glass pane so there can be sunlight, but they're still hidden away. It's very warm in there. A lot of the plants need that.
I thought so. I mean, Bucket doesn't know about it.
Nope.
It's helping the townsfolk.
He doesn't set foot outside the walls very often.
No, he doesn't.
I've said my piece, Gerald.
I know you have. I'm well aware of your terms and conditions, so to speak.
I can't set terms. I'm the criminal here. I have to rely on your common decency. Don't disappoint me, please.
Look, just make sure that druids get their fair share each harvest or whatever.
Okay, if you think you can set that up.
I'll do what I can. Just, if you're going to do this, try and keep out of Bucket's way. Because
Oh,
if he does see you and catch you, then there's nothing I can do at that point.
Okay. Thanks, Jord. You're not so bad after all.
Yes, I know.
You'll make a good lawman. He says with a bit of a half smile. As for the rest of you, I bid you all a good night. It's
Okay.
getting late.
I don't know anything.
That's how it
Just
stays,
tiptoe
Rosemary.
backwards out of the...
He rolls up a little bit of the leaf he has left to give himself something to sleep on, and then bids all of you good night.